Hey, what's up you guys? I'm Sara Lubratt and I decided to challenge myself to try and write every single day during August. If you go on to enjoy this video, I would really appreciate it if you could give it a big thumbs up. And without further ado, let's see how this writing experiment went.
Look how cool this storm coming in is. You can see all the rain happening.
Today is August 1st. I'm going to try and have a writing streak during August, and I'm very excited about that prospect, and so I kicked that off this evening with starting my writing session at 1:05 in the morning. So I wrote for about 40 minutes and ended up adding 212 words, which brings me up to a current total of 26,311 words, and I'm about one more chapter away from catching up to where I left off with rewriting draft 3 over into draft 4, and so I'm catching up very quickly. I'm gonna catch up tomorrow. I'm gonna try and write earlier tomorrow, but I'm excited about this prospect and really trying to prioritize writing this month. Starting August 2nd off well, my grocery store now carries vegan croissants, and that is making me very happy. I just finished writing for an hour and ended up adding 1,297 words to draft 4. Part of that was adding new words and part of that was transferring over stuff that I had already written in draft 3 over into draft 4. And I'm so happy that I did over 1,000 words today. I was able to do that because I finally finished rereading everything that I had written in the first roughly 59 pages of draft 4 since I started draft 4, which was basically the first 59 pages of this draft. And I finally finished and I caught up with that tonight. And then I was able to start working on a new chapter that catches back up to where I left off in draft 3. So very, very happy that I did almost 1,300 words tonight in an hour. That also means that I am now on day 2 of my writing streak, and I'm very, very proud of that. I know that it might not seem like much, but those 2 days are huge and kickstarting hopefully many, many more. So officially, on August 2nd, I wrote 1,297 words in an hour-long writing sprint, and now it is 2:26 a.m. and I need to go to bed. This has been and is going to continue to be a trend. Oh, also on August 2nd, I passed 27,000 words. You can see that happened a while ago, but I still passed it tonight. Today is August 3rd and I got to go hike to a couple waterfalls and along a river today after work because I just needed to get out of my apartment, but I wanted to be very productive in my writing and I was. So after an hour and 40 minutes worth of writing sprints, I ended up adding / transferring over 4,593 words to draft 4 of Project DE, which I believe is more than I wrote in all of July. Just gonna put that out there. I'm gonna double check. Yeah, by about 212 words. Love that. Granted, I am done with the rereading phase, which is what I was working on in July. And a lot of what I did was transferring over from draft 3 into draft 4 because a lot of that didn't really need changes. But that means that I am now making serious leaps and bounds in draft 4 and it felt so good today. So I am now sitting at 32,266 words total in draft 4 of Project DE, and I'm at 70 pages. That happened fast. And because I got so many words done today, I get to make it black with white text. On August 4th, I didn't work on writing for very long, but I did end up adding 635 words to draft 4 of Project DE. I completely forgot to film my word count yesterday, which was August 5th, but I did write. I went to a coffee shop and wrote, and I ended up doing 2,072 words, which is absolutely amazing. And then today, which is August 6th and day 6 of writing in a row, I ended up writing 645 words, which I'm very, very happy with. I have now passed 35,000 words. I have now passed 36,000 words. Alrighty, today is August 7th, and after going to a wedding this evening, I decided to change into my robe and was too lazy to take off the jewelry that I wore to the wedding, but I ended up getting 1,121 words done in draft 4 of Project DE, which brings me up to a current total of 36,739 words so far in draft 4. I am doing so well speeding through this part of the book. This part I think needs very little work. I have had to change a couple things. I have needed to add a couple things, but overall it's going very, very quickly and I'm loving the pace. I have now passed 37,000 words. I have now passed 38,000 words in draft 4. It is currently 1:09 a.m., technically on August 9th, but I'm just finishing up my writing for August 8th. Tonight I ended up adding 1,862 words to draft 4 of Project DE, which puts me at a current total of 38,601 words. Yay. That is also my 8th day of writing in a row. And so far in the last 8 days of writing, I have written 10,575 words. That's really good. It's really good. On August 9th, I actually did my writing in the morning, which was crazy, but I ended up doing 1,025 words, which brings me up to a current total of 39,626 words in draft 4. I have now passed 39,000 words. I have now passed 40,000 words in draft 4. Today on August 10th, which is day 10 of my writing streak, things are going really well. I ended up writing 812 words and I passed 40,000 words in draft 4 of Project DE, so I would say things are going very, very well. I'm feeling very good about the writing streak. It's kind of crazy that I'm already 10 days into it. Yes, things have gone really smoothly. I do think that's a big part of where I'm at in the story. Parts coming up will need more work than the ones that I have been working on, but up until this point, keeping the streak going has been pretty easy. I say that might get a lot harder, but so far it seemed pretty doable, and it has been done. So with that, I will see you guys tomorrow. Yesterday was day 11 of attempting to keep up a writing streak, and I was not feeling it. I was really not feeling it. I was not having a great day. I did consider not writing, but then I remembered that I had set this goal for myself and I did want to achieve it, and I wanted to write every day in August. And so I did make myself write for just a couple minutes. It was honestly probably less than 5 minutes. I did 48 words and then I called it. So I still wrote, and that was 11 days of a writing streak. It's kind of a hard debate between continuing to work towards this goal and taking time for mental health, but I also don't think that 5 minutes is going to extremely detract from my mental health, and I pretty much just copy and pasted over a couple sentences with a couple minor changes from draft 3, and so ultimately it wasn't that much work, but I did keep it very, very brief. My goal is also very important to me, and so I'm trying to balance both of them. Hopefully tomorrow is better. I think it should be, but we'll see what happens. It has been a few days since I filmed an update for this vlog, so I'm going to take a few minutes and catch you guys up on what I've been doing the past couple of days. And on August 12th, I still was kind of in a funk and didn't realize that I wrote anything on August 12th until I woke up on the morning of August 13th, and pretty much as soon as I woke up, I went, oh my gosh, I didn't write yesterday. And that was incredibly disheartening because I was almost at a 2-week writing streak, but I was so busy on August 12th that it kind of just went out the window apparently. And yes, I was trying to have a very strong writing streak during the month of August, but also in reality, my goal was to write every day in August, not necessarily for the writing streak itself. So I am going to continue trying to write for every day for the rest of August, like my original goal said. It's just unfortunate that I did have a little mishap that basically interrupted my writing streak that I had started. But then on day 13, so August 13th, I did end up writing 95 words, and that was pretty much just to say that I wrote something. And then I kind of did the same thing on August 14th where I did 175 words, and I kind of did the same thing again on August 15th where I wrote 156 words, again just to say that I was working on it because I wasn't prioritizing it. And some other things have happened in the past couple of days that have had kind of my main focus and attention, for better or for worse. But then today on August 16th, I finally was able to sit down for a little bit more of a significant chunk of time. And by that, I mean that I sat down for 30 minutes today and did 797 words, which brings me to a current total of 41,692 words in draft 4 of my project DE. I would like to prioritize this creative project a lot more than it has been the past several days moving forward again. And so I'm going to try and work on writing earlier in the day, because if I can get started a little bit earlier on in the day, at least then I've written. And then if I choose to come back to it in the evenings when I'm really feeling creative and really feeling like I want to accomplish a lot with this story, then hopefully I can get some high word counts. So that is the game plan moving forward into the second half of August. On August 17th, I ended up writing 0 words. And on August 18th, I ended up writing 638 words. Okay, let's have a little chit chat. On August 19th, I wrote 0 words. On August 20th, I wrote 10 words, but was really not feeling it. And I believe all I wrote was like chapter and then the number and then the character name and then like a sentence on what the main gist of the chapter was, and then I closed my computer and I went to bed. On August 21st, I wrote 0 words. On August 22nd, I wrote 0 words. On August 23rd, I wrote 0 words. On August 24th, I wrote 0 words. Yeah, I was not feeling it. And I talked to somebody about the fact that I was not writing a ton, and they basically just took the time to remind me that everyone is feeling really slow right now. Everyone is feeling kind of unproductive in work and in life, and part of that is the pandemic, part of that is people going back to school, and it wasn't just me, which is always a good reminder. But they also mentioned that my goal to write every day in August might have been a little too ambitious, and I might have been too hard on myself with that goal. And while I understand that, I really thought that it was going to be a low pressure goal of trying to write every day in August, not necessarily having to write every day in August. But I think part of my problem was doing so well for the first 11 days of August to then not write on August 12th and then wake up on August 13th and then realized that I missed August 12th, so not even on the day when I could have done something about it. I think that messed with me a little bit, and so right now I'm just trying to get back into enjoying my life and trying to be creative, but not forcing it, and more just trying to find the enjoyment in it again rather than forcing myself to make sure that I write every single day. If creative energy does not come out in the form of writing within a day, that's okay. And I feel like I tend to come back to this conclusion every couple of weeks, but we're back here again. And so today on August 25th, I have written a little bit and I'm still writing a little bit. And so we're gonna jump to my update clip for August 25th. Now past 43,000 words. Alrighty. Okay, so on August 25th, I wrote. Very excited about that fact. It has been several days, but we're back in it, or at least I was tonight, which is great, and that's all I want. I just wanted to do a little bit this evening, and I was able to. In 45 minutes, which was 2 writing sprints of 15 minutes and 30 minutes, I ended up doing 1,315 words into draft 4, which now brings me up to a current total of 43,655 words in draft 4 of my high fantasy project, Project DE. Have now passed 44,000 words in draft 4. On August 26th, I ended up writing 876 words. On August 27th, I ended up doing a 0 word day, not writing anything. I went tubing on a river, which was so much fun, but I did not have mental energy to be creative after I got back because it wiped me out because I think I was in the sun for too long. I have now passed 45,000 words in draft 4. I have now passed 46,000 words. I am now at 47,000 words in page 100 of draft 4 of Project DE. I have now passed 48,000 words. I have now passed 49,000 words. words. I have now passed 50,000 words in draft 4 of Project DE, and I am stoked. On August 28th, I wrote 6,029 words in draft 4 of Project DE, and I passed 50,000 words in draft 4 and brought myself up to a total of 50,566 words, which I am feeling very, very solid about.
My apple skivers are looking good. They're basically round pancakes that are filled with maple almond butter and chocolate chips tonight. And then I'm going to put some of this on top of them.
I have now passed 51,000 words. I have now passed 52,000 words. I have now passed 53,000 words. I have now passed 54,000 words in draft 4. On August 29th, I ended up writing 4,257 words in 2 hours and 20 minutes of writing sprints. Feeling very good with today and yesterday. I did over 10K in the last 2 days, which is absolutely insane, and I'm very happy again with the progress that I'm making. That also brings me up to a current total of 54,823 words in draft 4 of Project DE. On August 30th, I ended up writing 837 words, and then on August 31st, I got really excited about a different creative project, and so I ended up having a 0-word day as my last day in August. So considering that I did not end up writing for August 12th, 17th, 19th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 27th, and 31st means that I had 9 0-word days, which means that I actually wrote 22 days during August, which I thought was actually pretty good considering how I was feeling throughout August. I definitely had about 5 days on top of those 0-word days that I really didn't want to write. I started August with 26,099 words in draft 4 of Project DE, and then during the month of August, across those 22 days that I did write, I ended up adding a total of 29,507 words, which means that by the end of August, I was sitting at 55,606 words in draft 4. That almost doubled my progress so far in this draft, which was amazing, and I'm so happy to be sitting at 55,000 words, and I'm definitely looking forward to working more on this project in September. So if you want to follow along on this journey to completing draft 4 of DE and its eventual publication, make sure that you scroll down below and hit that big red subscribe button. And if you enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate it if you could give it a big thumbs up, because it really supports my channel by telling the YouTube algorithm that you liked my video and that someone else might too. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Sara Lubratt. I post videos about all things writing and the writing process, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!